Hello, language arts students. If you have finished your Nearpod presentation and your figurative language book, then you are going to work on a review tool that you are going to use to remind yourself and your partner about figurative language. And what you're going to make is a fortune teller, or as we called them when I was in middle school, a cootie catcher. If you have never made a cootie catcher before, this part of the video is going to show you how to make one. And even if you already know how to make a cootie catcher, you still need to watch this video because I have some specific instructions about what I want you to put on it. So the first thing you need is a piece of square paper. And don't worry, there is origami paper at the back of the room that you can get to do this. So the first thing you need to do is take your square piece of paper and you need to fold it in half pretty much every way that you can fold a square piece of paper in half. You need to fold it horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. And I am quite a perfectionist on this, and while yours doesn't have to be perfect, it does need to be pretty close. All right, so once you've folded it every which way you can, it's time to start making the cootie catcher itself. So you start with a corner, and you fold the corner in towards the center. And you want to be careful not to have the corners overlap. So fold each outside corner in to the center. So now you've got a square with little flaps like this. You want to turn it over so that the open side is down. Trying to make it so you can see. There we go. And then you want to fold these corners into the center as well. Once again, I have a square made up of a few triangles. See how it's all flappy? Once I've got that done, I'm going to fold it over once. Make sure I crease it, open it up, and fold it the other way. Keep that folded, and pick it up. See how I've got a nice little rectangle? And there are flaps here. So I put my thumb and my forefinger underneath the flaps, just like this. And then I squeeze to make a cootie catcher. So that's part one, is making your cootie catcher. Rewind and watch that as many times as you need to. Raise your hand if you need help, or find a friend who's already got theirs done so they can help you make yours. So now I want to talk about what I want you to put on the cootie catcher. So the outside always has colors. So let's say red, and green. Oh, I wrote on myself. Perfect. Green and blue and orange. Why not? This way, when I pinch my cootie catcher, the colors are on the outside. See? Now I want you to open it up, and I want you to put numbers on the triangles. See how there are little triangles inside the big triangles? It doesn't really matter which numbers you put on here. They don't have to be in any kind of order, although they probably should be lower than 20, because watching someone do a cootie catcher 50 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I mean, that gets boring. So don't go lower, don't go higher than 20. And they should be, you should alternate odd and even numbers. So let's say I go with 3 and 6, 9, 12. I'm just going with multiples of 3 now. 15, 18. Oh, but I can't go over 20. So how about 5 and 14? There we go. So I've got my numbers written. Cool, cool. Now what's going to happen next, because this is actually a review tool, is I want you to, on the sections, see how there's like a little section right there? And there's this part and this part. And I want you to write a figure of speech here. There are 9 figures of speech that we learned, and you have 8 sections. So you should be using all but one. It's not going to be 8 similes. So let's say I start with a simile, and I'm going to write simile here because I'm using this as a review for my friend. So I write simile. Can you see that? Okay. And then I'll write a simile. The moon shone like a diamond. There we go. And I'm going to do that in every single one. I'm going to make this one a metaphor. Okay, so once you've got your figurative language written in your cootie catcher, you can fold it back up, and you need to find a partner to play with. So my partner, I think I'll get Demonicus for this. Okay, so I've got my partner here, and I'll say, Demonicus, what would you like? What color do you want? I want orange. Okay, O-R-A-N-G-E. Then I say, Demonicus, what number would you like? I would like 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa, I dropped it. 11, 12. Except I would probably end up here. I dropped it. And I say, okay, Demonicus, now which number do you want? I want 5. Okay, Demonicus. 5. The one I hoped he wouldn't guess. Wow, he's such a Hans. That is an allusion to the villain in Frozen. Good job, Demonicus. And then you would just keep doing that. And trying to get, new ones every time. And maybe switch it up a little now and then. So that's what you're going to make when you're done with your book.